Hi, families. I'm Laura Jamieson,
And I'm Anne Marie Ray.
and we teach Language Arts 6. So for our co-taught class, if you could, that second hour, so if you could email both of us, our emails are right there. My email is ljamieson@rochester.k12.mi.us.
And mine is area@rochester.k12.mi.us.
So here's a little bit about me. So I was born and raised in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. I always dreamed of becoming a teacher. I even used to set up my stuffed animals and teach them. And I had a whiteboard and a rocking chair and everything. I graduated from Andover High School, which is now the current Bloomfield Hills High School. And then I went to Central Michigan University. I've worked at Van Hoosen as a long-term sub in 2016 and then moved down to Charlotte, North Carolina to teach 4th and 5th grade at Devonshire Elementary. Then I moved back to Michigan, came back to Van Hoosen Middle School where I taught 8th grade language arts. I also was moved to the virtual campus to teach 4th grade, and then I came back to Van Hoosen to teach 6th, 7th, and now all 6th grade. This will be my 8th year teaching. I have one sister. She lives in Chicago, Illinois. She's a librarian. She's only 13 months older than me. My mom is a part-time bookkeeper at Beautiful Savior Lutheran Church, and my dad used to work at Hart but is now retired. My grandpa, who I'm very close with, will be 99 in October, and my boyfriend, is an engineer analysis at Nissan. I bought a house in Royal Oak in 2021, so that's where we live. And that's a little bit about me. So now you're going to get to know Mrs. Ray.
I was born in Novi, Michigan. Both my parents were teachers, so I was embedded within just the educational community. I also, like Mrs. Jamieson, played school in my basement growing up. I graduated from Novi High School in 1999, then went to Michigan State. I got my first master's in emotional impairment from Michigan State also, and then I went on to get a second master's in curriculum and instruction from Marygrove. A few years ago, I did start a doctorate degree, but I had to put that on hold. I just wasn't able to balance time with kids and family. I worked at North Hill Elementary, and then I've been at middle school at Van Hoosen for the last 10 years. Mr. Ray and I, we live here in Rochester. My 4th grade daughter goes to Delta Kelly. Our 14-year-old daughter is a freshman at Adams High School. We do love to travel. We love to go up north. Jason's parents have a cottage on Crystal Lake, and we go on cruises with my family. And I'm eagerly anticipating the exciting opportunities and experiences this year.
So this is my schedule. I have Language Arts 6 all day, and then 6th hour is my prep, so the best time to reach me would be during 6th hour. And then if any student needs to stop by during lunch, they can email or stop by before school starts.
I have a different schedule since I'm the teacher consultant for the building and I team teach 1 hour. So I have a flexible schedule, so I'm available more often than Ms. Jamieson is, and students are able to just come and stop by my office, or parents are able to email me.
So what we do in Language Arts 6 is we do a do now, which is something that they do right away. It can be anything from finding new seats to doing a quick write to doing a poll on Google Forms. We really are going to try to build community within our classroom this year. So we're going to do community games sprinkled throughout the year. We'll do sentence studies where they find a sentence in their book and they look for certain grammar or conventions. We will spend some time independently reading, either time in class where they can share and discuss with peers, or creating a reading response with the books that they are currently reading. We'll do mini lessons from reading to writing, grammar, and then concepts. And then there will always be independent work time.
The curriculum, we work with the units of study. So that has or encompasses reading, writing, grammar, vocab, and then class novels. So during that direct instruction time and independent work time, we're going to go between all of those units of study.
And we'll always spiral in when we, for example, if we talk about plot, we'll always pull that in when we read our class novel later on in the year, and then even when we're creatively writing in the spring. So we believe that we want to create lifelong readers. And so that means that readers are choosing a book of their choice, they're creating personal goals, they're increasing their volume, but also their complexity of texts. So we want to make sure that we are pushing readers to read more complex texts as the year goes on. We're also going to try to introduce new literary genres for them. But we also do understand that we want students to choose books that are appropriate for their age level, their reading level, and also maintaining your family's values and beliefs. Our author in April this year is Steve Shankin, and we'll be reading Lincoln's Grave Robbers. We'll be doing this before our research unit in January, February-ish.
For writing, we're going to be doing some creative writing and personal narrative writing. We are also going to be doing compare and contrast. We're going to be bringing in our novels that we read for our literary analysis, argumentative, and evidence-based, which goes into our research.
This is just an example of an evidence-based writing rubric that we have used before, where we score the students, we assess the students on certain levels, whether it's beginning to expert, and then all based on what they should have had in their writing.
Grades will be updated as frequently as possible. If you ever notice an error or discrepancy, please reach out to both of us. And there will be codes. So if there's an M for missing, that means it's possibly not turned in, but it could also have no name on it. So students are going to be expected to be able to check for the no name pile. Absent, even if a student is absent, they're still expected to make up the work that they missed so they can connect with us, check Google Classroom. Excused means that they are not responsible for the assignment.
We also do a good job of putting in the description in the comments to explain why each student maybe has that certain code. So for second hour, please email both of us since we are both your teachers. We utilize Google Classroom. The daily materials, these are the 6 things that students are expected to bring every single day. This poster is outside of our classroom. We have also given each student a little checklist to put in their lockers, and we have a couple extra if they need to put it anywhere else. We are always welcoming volunteers, either students or parents, so please reach out if you have any opportunities you would like to share with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.